Good afternoon for everyone who has joined. Thank you for joining us on the annual sales volume reporting webinar. We are going to get started around 2:02 to give folks an opportunity to come on. So once it hits 2:02, we'll begin with some quick intros and get the ball rolling. And if you all hear that wonderful rain in the background, it is storming in Arlington, so there's some nice ambiance for you. Okay, it is now 2:02, so we're going to begin with the sales volume reporting webinar. My name is Bets Rother, and I am the Manager of Member Services here at AHRI. And with me, I have Claire Reyes from our accounting team, and the two of us oversee sales volume collection for members and certification participants. So the page that you are seeing here is our annual sales volume reporting instructions. And if you are on our main website, you can do a simple search and type in sales volume, and you will easily be able to find this page. For most of you on the call, you have been included on the official request email sent at the beginning of July, requesting that your sales volume for your organization be reported. The individuals with the following rules are always included on this request email and the supplementary reminders that we send out on a weekly basis. So those roles are the OREP, or the official representative, dues billing representative, CERT contacts, CERT billing representatives, and sales volume representatives, otherwise known as SV reps for short. So all individuals with those roles assigned have access to our sales volume reporting portal and can report sales on behalf of their organizations. Now, what is sales volume reporting? Sales volume reporting is how AHRI gathers the data used to calculate both membership and certification fees. It is only used for that information, and a very, very small group of folks are able to see this data. It has nothing to do with statistics reporting, as we know that some of the same folks participate in our stats program. So if there is any question about that, just know it's completely separate. And all annual sales volume figures will be kept confidential. Now I'm going to show you all a demo of how to report your sales. And what you see in front of your screen is the walkthrough instructions of what I'm about to show you. And included here is the identification of the time frame of sales we are looking for. So for this upcoming year of 2026, the sales volume that we are looking for is going to be from July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025. So it's always covering July 1st of the previous year to June 30th of the current year. And we do use a 2-year average. Something that I will preface before I continue on in the demo. If anyone has any questions, please save them for the end of the recording. We'll have you all on mute for the actual webinar itself. Once the recording is done, we will have you all raise your hands in the chat with your questions, and we'll unmute you for those. And if you have any questions regarding company-specific data, please provide your email in the chat and we will follow up with you to schedule a call. Now, that being said, on the main website, you can get to the sales volume reporting portal by scrolling to the bottom. And on the footer, you see here we have member portal. There is a link in your official sales volume request email and reminders to the page I'm going to show you as well. But in case you lose that email or want an easy way to get to this, I would just go to our main website, look at the footer and click member portal. So here we have your sign-in page. These are going to be your universal credentials that you would use to log into the members portion of the website, the directory if you are involved over there, ACS, statistics, your usual login credentials. So I'm going to log in. And since I was clicking the link earlier, I'm automatically on the sales volume reporting page. But if you click that that link that I had showed you, all you need to do is go to My Account Links on your homepage and click AHRI Annual Sales Volume Reporting. So I'll be using a dummy organization profile called Acme International. So this is not a real organization. The data I'll be entering is not real, just so you all know. So I have a drop down here. If you are a part of multiple organizations and are going to be submitting for more than one, just make sure you are aware of which one you are selecting during that submission. But in this case, I only have one organization to select. So I'll click next. And here you're on the landing page of the sales volume reporting portal. So we do have some quick links to other useful references, such as the comparison between certification programs versus membership product types. We also have some information on the past product sections for those that have been members with AHRI for a while now, before they were changed to product types during the reInvent. So you will have that available here. A best practice would be to take a look at the collection form from the previous year before you get started. So I will do that now. I'll take a look at 2024. And this will give me a better idea of the expectations for programs and product types that I'll be submitting for. So with this example, this organization is both a certification participant and a member. So we expect to see the product types and the programs here. But for those companies that are just members or just certification participants, you would see one or the other. So now that I have this pulled up, I know that I need to submit for furnaces with membership and commercial furnaces for certification. So that is a good reference to have. I'll begin by doing certification. So we'll click submit. And here I can see it has my email address, logging that I'm the one submitting. The year is for 2025. And we have the submission area available. So you'll just click the plus sign and it'll pop open a new entry field. And we'll find the program that we're submitting for. Okay. And we've differentiated sales volume for US and Canada versus other countries. So just enter in what is applicable to you. And click submit. You can always go back and make edits to your report. So you see here, it says edit. That indicates to me that this report has already been worked on and I can go back in and make changes. It is already received on the back end. So AHRI staff, such as myself and Claire, can see the submission. So I'm going to do very similar for membership. I'm going to click submit. Again, verifying that my name is appearing, the year is 2025, and I'll add in the product type that I'm submitting for. Okay, so now that I've submitted for both certification and membership, and these are the only programs and product types that I need to submit for, really, in essence, my job is done in terms of the sales volume reporting for 2025 for this organization. And again, if you are submitting for multiple organizations or are just coordinating and overseeing the submission of multiple organizations, definitely check back in to ensure that all data has been received for those certification participants and or members. Okay, so now I'm just going to go back over to our instructions page. And I will take a look at our membership expectations for submission. So within our bylaws, we outline the purpose of sales volume and what it's used for. Here we've also identified exactly the sales volume that we're looking for each membership type. So it really just matches the membership type that your company is assigned. For full members, that means all products that are both manufactured and sold within North America. For international members, that means products that are manufactured outside of North America and sold into North America. And for affiliate members, that means products manufactured and sold globally. And I will note that for affiliate members, those companies get our minimum dues. So really that sales volume is just used for product type identification. But for all members, it is used for product type verification, as it allows us to confirm that your company still manufactures and sells the products that you are assigned and therefore eligible to participate within our organization. Furthermore, when it comes to components and final systems for membership, if you produce both a component and the final system, then only report the sales volume for that final system. Again, we are just looking for the sales of all product types that you are eligible for. If you ever have any question about those product types, please visit our industry scopes pages. We do have a link to that here. And you can see here all 4 of our industry sectors, the product types associated. And if you select the sector name, you will get a more detailed description of each of those product type scopes. So if you ever have any question of which product types you fall into, please visit this page, as it is the best resource for identifying that. All right, so with that, I will hand it over to Claire to share a bit more about certification sales volume reporting.
Hello. So I guess I'll segue between membership and certification by talking about the 2 main differences. Certification is a little less complicated. We use only 1 year's worth of sales volume in calculating the license fee for the next year, and we don't request that you report sales for everything in a given product type. You're going to report for programs in which your company participates in AHRI certification. So the easy way to think about this is if you have a piece of equipment that has the AHRI logo, you report sales for it. And we are looking for US dollars, not the quantity of products sold. And if you manufacture a product and sell it to a company that turns around and PBMs that product, you report those sales. If you only sell a product as a private brand marketer, you do not report those sales. And the reason for this is because we calculate OEM license fees with sales volume, but our PBMs are charged a flat rate each year. And then another thing that we come across frequently is if you are reporting for components versus the final system, like similar to membership, our main goal is just that you don't double count the sales for those products because it will inflate your license fee. So if you're having trouble separating those sales, just contact me and we'll work with you to get the right numbers for that. But that is sales volume for certification in a gist. So I'll give it back to Bets at this point.
Thank you, Claire. So, with that, I think we just want to summarize some key points about sales volume and address some frequently asked questions. So as I mentioned before, you can download the previous year's reports on the sales volume reporting homepage. I definitely recommend doing that first before you begin, so you have a good reference of what was reported the prior year and what the expectation is. Now you can also, you you can also download a current copy of the report after you submit it as a record. So if later on there needs to be an amendment performed on the sales volume, if for whatever reason there was an error made or a change needs to happen, that way you have a record of what you reported in the current year. So you were all able to see that as well, right here where it says View Print 2025 report. And as Claire mentioned, with certification versus membership, if it has the AHRI logo on it for certification, that's the sales that we are looking for. For membership, we are looking for non-certified and certified products. So we're looking for both. Now, as you saw when I did the demo, if you do not see a line for entry, just click the plus sign to add a new entry field. It's on the right-hand side, so I can, go back to it and show you all. So right over here, and that appears on both reports. The sales volume reporting portal is the most secure method for submitting your data. We do not recommend emailing us your numbers. If you do want to walk through it over the phone with us, we are happy to do so. But please refrain from sending us those values for data security purposes. Now, if your organization is no longer producing a product that it previously submitted for or is currently in a program for, please notify us so that we can take the steps needed to ensure you are removed from that program or removed from the product type. And that way we're not also contacting you to make sure that you didn't report something in error. We want to make sure that we've collected everything accurately so that we can perform our dues projection or fee projection properly. And that way you're invoiced the right amount and we're not making amendments later on. Now, if the link doesn't work for whatever reason on your email, again, please be sure to go to the footer of the main AHRI website and select Member Portal and go through the steps I outlined to get to that website. I think this covers just about everything. So at this time, I'm going to have us stop the recording